Well, hey, ladies, if you enjoy talking real estate in Virginia Beach, then you've come to the right place. I'm joined today by Jessica Colston, a member of the Facebook group Navy Spouse and Real Estate Superstar. Jessica, how are you today?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to talk to you today because you've recently moved back to the area from Washington State. I'm from Washington State myself, and you had kind of a unique experience with the real estate out there, and then being back in Virginia Beach and such opportunities. So we're going to go over three great properties for everybody, let you kind of talk a little bit about them, and go from there. All right, so the first one that we're going to chat about today is 708 Linda Court. So tell me a little bit about this property. It looks really nice.
The biggest things I liked about this property is your major updates. It has a new roof, new HVAC, new water heater, windows, and the electrical all updated.
Wow.
This one
Okay.
is also, after looking into it, the owner is an agent as well.
Okay.
So they have, really taken care of the home and updated all of those major updates. And the price is just unbeatable. And to be centrally located where it is, I just would highly, recommend my military clients, especially because we're not here longer than 3 and 4 years, if that,
Right.
or you plan on it being a forever home, regardless. Like you always want to think about that resale value.
Yeah. And that's a really good point. And the opportunity to rent this out would be great. And as we're looking at the main property, the picture here, you can see it's got basically a double garage. So, I mean, look at that. There's your workout room. Let's see if we got a good picture of that. So you can see, get some grass in the backyard. They put the fence up, so it's all good there. Yep. Here's a picture of that side garage. I mean, there's so much potential with that these days with having that extra space.
Yes, an attached garage and a detached garage. So
Perfect. Yeah. I know I'd definitely make it. That'd be the workout room. That's where that would be going.
exactly perfect, Jim.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me show you what the payment looks like on this one. So, we talk a lot about for first time buyers kind of wanting to stay around that BAH for our, E4, E5, E6s. And I mean, Jessica, look at this. It's like $2,193.
I know. Find me a rental in that price range. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, and so that gives people a good idea what's out there right now to be able to get close to your BH. So just a beautiful property to take a look at. So all right, let's go to the next one here. Okay, so the next one that we're going to chat about is 517 King George Road, currently on the market for $334,900. What caught your eye about this property?
Well, you see, what caught my eye on this one was also location and that price, and a lot of really nice updates. It's super clean, that curb appeal,
Yep.
a lot of parking space here. There is no garage, and to a lot of people, that may be very important, but they do have a new shed out back. So you do
Okay.
have some extra storage and all of those cabinet space. I mean, really
Yeah.
nice kitchen with a lot of storage opportunities, counter space, cabinet space. I know that's very important sometimes for us ladies who like to be in the kitchen or live in the kitchen.
Right. I mean, it definitely looked like you're not going to have any problems putting all the different, hey, you got a barista maker. We're going to put that over there, and the crock pot goes here, whatever. So a lot of space in that kitchen. Looks like a pretty good size home. And I mean, it's always interesting I'm sure for you too, when you're going through properties with folks and they're visualizing their furniture in the space. This furniture looks big. That'd be a way to put it for me, right? So it's definitely like a more of a heavy, bigger furniture set, and so it looks like it's got some good space.
Yes, spacious bedrooms, and also they placed a new deck out back as well. So it's kind of like your own little oasis in the middle of town. So you are
Nice.
also
Okay.
centrally located, but you can kind of get away.
Oh, here we go. Yep. Now we're seeing the deck. So great space off the back on the deck, and really good sized yard.
It's very nice.
So you've recently moved back to Hampton Roads and from Washington State, and it's always interesting to me. A lot of military buyers. If you jump in early, you're more inclined to be a military buyer on the next duty stations and have some rentals and things like that. And I think some people think like, well, I'll just buy at my next one. If you go to Washington State, that might be not an option for you. So talk to us a little bit about your experience for military buyers out there versus out here.
Well, I was on Whidbey Island, so the market was just extremely, almost impossible as, for your housing allowance to even cover your mortgage out there.
Yeah.
And as far as housing, there's not a lot of new construction possibilities. So you're looking at 1950s and older, and there's not as updated, or you're going to have situations with septics and wells, and it's not as big of an opportunity as in your 3-year turnaround. Some of the time the numbers just don't make sense.
Right.
You might live there for 2 years, and a family of 4 with the housing allowance could get you into a 2-bedroom condo. So it was
Wow.
really awakening, humbling to see how little I actually could help military in a different market like that. So it was extremely hard. I am very grateful to be back in an area to where it is so affordable and doable, and your turnaround is it's just real estate is where it is. It just makes sense, especially with us and relocating. And if you don't want to sell it, you can keep it and
Yep.
have that with you forever. So I find it very important, especially with the VA loan and the opportunities that it gives us as military families. So I learned a lot, and like I've never heard anyone say, I wish I would have waited to buy.
Right.
They always say, I wish I'd have bought 2 years ago.
Yep. That's for sure. And, looking at this property at this price point, so again, right around that BH for most E4, E5s, E6s with dependents, $2,353. And the thing about it is right now, that's an interest rate that I could get somebody with, standard credit. And imagine where it's going to be when the rates drop to like the 4s and get lower, which hopefully we're going to see in the next over the next 12 months. So for this is your opportunity to get into the market for military buyers at this price point and have your BH covered. So, and we just looked at that backyard with the massive deck. There's so much potential with this house. So I hope people take advantage of it.
I do too. I would love to put someone in it. I'd love to go see it in person.
All right, so the last one, Jessica, that we're going to look at is 253 North Oceana Boulevard in Virginia Beach, currently on the market for $359,879. Now, I get the feeling this one's centrally located for everybody. So tell us about this property.
I really like this property. I felt like it's very clean. All of the updates that is already taken care of for the buyer is just amazing. All of the lighting has been updated, a brand new kitchen. You have brand new bathrooms, brand new privacy fence, which I cannot preach enough about how important a privacy fence is. And they're super, if you have one hanging, slouching, you're going to replace one panel. It can just get really ugly quick.
Yeah.
So I love having the brand new privacy fence. If you've got kids or pets, there's a brand new deck. Or no, not the deck with the roof. There's a brand new roof. I believe the deck is not brand new. That was another property, but this one's still a very nice deck. But the new roof, that also will catch my eye, because being military, you may be here 2-3 years. You may want to use it as a rental, but these really big ticket items are so important. And I really like to keep my eyes out for that for my clients.
It's such a trade-off, because a lot of times when you're working with clients, they're probably considering new construction for those very reasons, right? Oh, we get new bathrooms, we get a new roof on the property. All those things are true, but look at the size of this lot. New construction in this location, Virginia Beach, is not going to go for the price that this one currently is. That's just how it goes.
Yes, you have your own little private oasis right in the middle of town. You're close to the bases. You're close to the beach. So yeah, really great. I really like this property.
Yeah, it looks very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and so let's give some final thoughts for the folks. Tell us a bit about what you're feeling in the market right now. What do you think we're going to be looking at as we head in towards spring in Virginia Beach and Hampton Roads in general?
I am really excited that I am back in this market. Did I say that before? Just to be able to help families again. It gives me that like I can do this. But right now you always hear we're going to slow down as the holiday seasons, the market tends to slow down, but that's when you work your way in as a buyer.
Yes.
And us military families, you not always can chill for the holidays.
Right.
Some clients have to have a house by January. So when those sellers also need to sell. So this quiet time as a buyer, if you can buy, this is the time. This is the time you can get a property at asking. You're not paying over what it's worth, and you can get your closing costs taken care of. A
Yep.
lot more negotiation power as a buyer right now, and I feel like we need to take it and run with it.
I 100% agree with that. It's such an opportunity for folks. So if you're out there watching this video and you're like, you know what, it's time to get in the real estate market, you're looking to work with somebody who's going to take great care of you, please reach out to Jessica. Her number was at the previous one, and she'll make sure she posted in the group as well. So she can start showing you properties. You can get a feel for the market, where you want to live, because you don't want to wait till March and April when you get to compete with everybody else that's coming into the area.
No, that's when you're paying way more for a property than what it's worth, and it starts to make you kind of sick on the inside. So I really prefer to let's not pay more than what a property's worth. And we're not, and you as the lender, you're going to make sure that we don't do that as well.
That is for sure. Well, Jessica, we're going to see everybody next week with another video. And thank you so much for joining me. And so welcome back to Hampton Roads. And you're going to crush it and have a great spring and rest of the year.
Thank you so much. I love this. Thank you for the opportunity.